Hello, welcome to another deck profile video. Today we're going over Red Purple Roger, which is one of the decks I think is the best this format that no one is really talking about right now. So, the deck profile. We're starting out with Red Purple Roger, 7,000 power, 5 life. If you have any Don cards in your field, give one Don card that would be added during your Don phase to your leader. And then if you have 9 or less Don cards in your field, give this leader minus 2,000 power. 4 2k counter Uta, which is a blocker, and has the ability, if you have a character with 10,000 power or more, give this card minus 4 cost in your hand. 4 10 cost Shanks, 10 cost, 12,000 power, Rush, and all your opponent's characters get minus 1,000 power. One of the best cards in this deck. 2 10 cost Roger, Rush. When your opponent activates blocker, if either you or your opponent have 0 life, you automatically win the game if they activate it. 4 Shanks, this is just a search for Roger Pirates. 4 Buggy, 2k counter, and if you have a Don attached anywhere, which you always will with your leader ability, then you get to ramp arrest the Don. Douglas Bullet, it's good for attacking late game where you have 8 or more Don due to its 2,000 power gain. And then if your leader, since you're Roger Pirates, you get to add 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it on play. 2 Nekomamushi, it's a worse Usahachi. It will KO one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 base power or less if you have 8 or more Don cards in your field. It's also 2k. 4 Usahachi, if you have 8 or more Don, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with cost of 5 or less, 2k counter. 4 Bonclay. On play, you add 1 Don card from your Don deck as active, and then when he attacks, you can select up to one of your opponent's characters, and then Bonclay's base power will become the same as the selected characters. 3 Odin, a blocker, and on play, if you have any given Don cards, you ramp 1 rested Don, 5 cost, 6,000 power, what you counter. Gaban, another card, it's just insane in this deck. You want it for filter to find your Shanks, because you can't search Shanks. But on play, since you're a Roger Pirates leader, you draw 2 and trash them from your hand, and then add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. You don't even need to have an attached Don for this. 3 Katakuri, the blocker, end of your turn, set up to 2 of your Big Mom Pirate type characters with cost of 8 or more is active. Then add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. So it's an 8,000 blocker and ramps. You've got Rayleigh, Rush, and if you have any given Don cards, rest up one of your opponent's characters with cost of 5 or less. Then at the end of this turn, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and set it as active, which is quite nice if you have any of these events in your hand. Divine Departure, you can rest 5 of your Don cards, and if you have any given Don cards, give it to one of your opponent's characters minus 8,000 power during this turn. And a counter event, so you may trash 1 card from your hand, and you can give any of your leaders or characters up to plus 3,000 power. Guess we'll have another scrap. You can only risk death while you're still alive, a mouthful of a name, but an insane card. So it's cost 1, and then you can rest another Don when you activate its main effect. Since your leader's Roger, and if you have any given Don cards, you can ramp 1 rested Don, and then the counter event is just plus 3,000. But yeah, that's the deck list. Let's show some test hands off. So here we got game into an Emu. We get to go take second, and it's a nice hand. We'll keep this hand. Shanks is just really good in this matchup, so it's quite nice to see. Nice, Gaban off the top, crazy. So we don't use this here because it won't work. And not hurt. So we're not going to see an anti-throne activation this turn. So we don't have to worry about any of the 5 L's. I'm gonna counter out of this with Buggy. Or yeah, we'll use Buggy here. Oh, this hand is really nice. We're gonna start by swinging 7 to their leader. We know they have never existed, so yep, there we go. And then we'll activate, gain a rested Don, and pass there. So now next turn we're ready to play our Gaban. Yep, here's the first dragon. So they add a Jupiter to swing 7. We'll take this 7 now. A second Shanks. This is looking really good. We're gonna start by swinging 6. They counter with Jupiter. We'll use Gaban. We'll get rid of Odin here. Odin's not doing much for us. And just pass back to them. So we actually have a really strong turn coming up. Let's 2k out for that. Never mind using 2k there. That's true. Okay. Forward on left. This could be another searcher or a Valkyrie. Let's 2k again. We'll use Essentially this time. That's fine. I'll take that. Cool. So we're in a nice position here. Our lead is already 7,000 power. So let's just try and clear some board. We'll go 7 into Nostra. We'll go 9 into Saturn. We'll play out our Katakuri and we'll pass there. So not only are we a 7,000 power leader already, but we have an 8,000 power blocker to back it up. So I think we're happy to choose Douglas Bullet as a 1k here. What I like to do is I try and typically save counter for the big bodies at the end. Six Storm. Let's say it's another Nostro. We want to save this. Yeah, let's counter out with Usahachi again. Okay, it wasn't. It's fine. So what we're going to do here is we are going to go and start with our Shanks. No, let's start by swinging 7 here. Nice. Go 7 to lead. 8 to lead. And then we get our 12k to lead. And at the end of the turn, Katakuri will restand himself. Or not. That's annoying, but whatever. Can't do anything about it. I may have just like misclicked or something. Don't know. Let's take this one to lead. Already set up a replacement. Are they missing Mars here? No, they have Mars. Kind of annoying our Katakuri didn't restand. Can't be helped. Yeah, can't do much about that. Let's play down our second Shanks now so we can have an easier time to these buddies. 7 into Nostra. Go 7 into lead. .12 to lead. 12 to lead. We'll pass there. We lose a Shanks, that's fine. No 5 elders. It's just swing to Gaban. We will save Gaban. So I think what we want to do here is we can play a Katakuri and an Uta, which is really nice. So let's go for that. So 7, they counter up. 7. Counter again. I'd imagine 12 gets met by Marcus. Oh, no block. Okay. Let's just play the Katakuri and the Uta, and we'll pass that. I see where I went wrong with the restand now. I think I just went a little bit too fast. We'll just give you a counter here. It's not the end of the world if we take one. I think the game's over next turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go 1K. $2K. So let's start by, let's just attach it onto Gaban. Play our Rayleigh, and we're gonna rest Walkiri. So we want to go seven lead. Eight lead. Nine lead. Ooh, okay. 9 lead. Yeah, there we go.